Hi, I'm Kalinka. I'm on a journey to lose 20 kilo, and that's more or less 44 pounds. Happy New Year, first of all. I am so glad that you're here, as I am excited of being here, because this video is all about catching up with everything that I have done throughout the last month and a half when I started my weight loss journey. So I put together some pictures of when I started, December where I gained a little bit of weight, as I expected. It was Christmas, and a picture of me yesterday where I can see that I am definitely back on track. I also have a compilation, that's my most delight, a compilation of some shorts when I was walking, for you to see that I walked throughout snow, rain, up and down at night. I have some snapshots of my app where I record my water intake, food intake and exercise, and also a few slides about my pedometer, where you can see how my walking habits really changed. I have also a few ideas of what I'm going to do for the next steps that will be more towards the end of this video. Well, on that note, I want this to be really straightforward, so let me start by showing you those pictures. If you just look at these videos, I know that I'm not wearing the same shoes or the same shirt. That will be something that I will fix in the next videos. It was not on purpose. But if you just focus for now on my tummy, you can see that in November I had 3 bumps under my breasts. December, although I gained weight, it was much even. And January, I look so different from November. These are the same trousers, not the same shoes and the same shirt, but the same trousers. These are amazing changes in just 1 month and a half. Look at this picture. From November to January, such a difference. Not much on my face and the rest of the body, but look at my tummy. In November, I remember walking down the street and I was not able to close my arms. My coat looked and felt so tight. I'm able to walk properly right now. Even in December, when I gained weight because I ate all those carbs, I look much better than in November. This is what it looks like 1 month and a half of eating clean and walking and walking. What do you think? Do you agree with me or not? You may have noticed that I had a 4th picture on those slides, and that was on purpose. That 4th picture was for you to see the difference between when you stay standing forward or sideways. You're not smiling, just there straight to take a picture. That has a purpose for you and me to see how much our silhouette changed. But the 4th picture is there to remind you that in the natural world, the day-to-day basis, we look much better, right? At least that's my experience, than we think. We look at pictures, we say, oh, I don't like this one, or I don't like this one. Yes, I'm overweight. Yes, I am not the pretty girl around, but I believe that if we are presentable, if we have a smile, we will always be a pleasure to have around. I put together some pictures of the daily food that I eat. Those are not my main meals. They are just things that I put together to take in a lunchbox, or if I'm in a hurry at home. I try my best to eat clean. I do not like waste. I use what is left from the day before if it's needed, but I put lots of little bits together from Monday or Tuesday to use throughout the week. For example, I cook all my pumpkin or butternut squash in the oven, and that lasts me for a few days. It's so easy to put or warm up. I want you to be aware that although you will not see many carbs, or at least simple carbs in these meals, I do not exclude any macros from my diet. Before I started this journey, I noticed that I didn't digest very well all the things that came from wheat, like breads, cakes, pastas, all of those things. So I avoid them. Saying this, if I go to a restaurant, like Italian restaurant, you will see me eating a big pizza, the one that I love, with a little bit of honey drizzle. Or even if I go to someone else's house, normally it's very usual for them to give me pasta or anything, and I will eat and I will enjoy, but I save my simple carbs intake for those occasions, especially. Well, let's see the pictures that I have for you. As you can see on your left, I have some pulled pork that I just cooked really in a slow cooker, but you can do that in a pan as I used to. I have kale and leftover peppers that I roasted in my air fryer. On your right, you can see Greek yogurt, pumpkin dessert that I made, just pumpkin water and stevia to have a sweet taste, and cinnamon on top. On your left, you can see some onion on top of cheese, roasted chicken, egg, and onion again with some cherry tomatoes. I missed the bun there because normally I will take it away. And on your right, you will see Greek yogurt, banana, all the seeds that I could find, cinnamon, and that will be enough for me as a dessert. In these plates, I have on your left some lettuce and also some baby spinach with loads of egg, chicken. I have Greek yogurt and Tabasco. I can't live without Tabasco. On your right, you have smoked salmon, avocado, cherry tomatoes, cottage cheese, spaghetti squash, and butternut squash, all of them with a drizzle of olive oil, parsley, and also Tabasco. Let me tell you a story about this plate. First, I have mackerel and sardines. Again, they are very good with all the fats and the oils, omega-3s for you. I told you that I prefer the fresh ones. On the other plate, I have some almond bread made with chia seeds, but the funny thing is that chocolatey thing that looks delish, it was not. It was horrible. I made with avocado and cocoa powder. I did not enjoy that. I'm still on a journey to find a great recipe that does not have much sugar, but this was not the one. I still have it. I froze it since November, and I'm eating once in a while when I fancy something sweet, but every time I'm disappointed. Note that those plates that you've seen are not the only food I eat per day. That would be too little calories for the calorie intake that I need to lose weight in a healthy manner. So there is such thing as eating too many calories that do not let you achieve your goals in weight loss, but there is such thing as also eating too little calories. Yes, you may see a drastic change in your body, but if you keep going with little calories and you think that you reach the end of your journey, you will change your strategies. You start eating so much and you put all the weight back and even more. That's what happened to me in the past when I did crazy things to see if I could lose weight, and also to so many other people that give their testimony online. So the good thing is to lose weight slowly, sustainable. Learn with the process. Learn what are your intake of the food. Are you having too little and too much exercise? Are you having too little exercise and too much food? Learn how your body responds to certain foods. Learn with the process, and that will give you wisdom to carry on. And in the end of your journey, you will be able to have enough data to keep your weight off. Right now, I want to show you a compilation of the graphs that I've taken to record my weight, water intake, food intake, exercise, and also some snapshots of my pedometer, where you can see how my walking habits changed drastically. One thing that I want you to be aware is that I weigh myself every day to give you data, to have some intake, some information to be able to give you this feedback. But that's not my advice for you. If I was not doing these videos, if I did not need to record, I would do once a week, because that's something that will show you better how slow you losing weight, but how much weight you actually lose. When you do it daily, you will see that it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And if you are someone that really gets upset really quickly, that could be enough for you just to stop your journey, not knowing that is natural. Let's see those graphs of mine. When you look at this graph, you see that this is an app that I record my current weight and my target weight. On your left, you can see the week. You can see that somehow in the beginning of January, I went slightly up and then down. This was the day before yesterday, and you actually can see on the month one that my weight goes up and down, up and down, up and down, as it should be, because I'm weighing myself almost every single day. The gap that you see there between 27th and January was when I was in Ireland during my Christmas, that I did not weigh myself until I came back. If you look, I do not have a picture of when I started with lots of weight on, like my almost 77 kilograms. But if you look at my right side, if I go to the peak there, I have 76.9 kilograms, and that was between October and December. It was in November. So since I started recording, the peak of my journey was almost 77 kilograms. I have a picture of me weighing the day yesterday with 7.1. That's a long journey, but I lost practically 7 kilograms, or a stone, a little bit more than a stone, if you will. Look at this. I almost walked the same amount of steps in January, the first week, comparison to October, the entire month, almost. November and December, look at that. In December, how many steps I walked. It was fantastic. I changed completely my walking skills, my walking routine, and that is making such a difference. On the next slide, you are going to see how I do it throughout the day. If you look at the left side, you can see that my pedometer shows that I walk 16,000 steps. Normally I don't do that. I do around 12,000, but I was on the phone, and that's a good trick for you if you need to walk. Just be on the phone with your family, and you will walk much more. If you don't wish to be outside, you just be distracted and you will do it anyway. But you can see the 3 different stages: morning up to 6,000, lunch up to 9,000 and then the rest at the end of the day, and that would be my normal routine. In the middle one you can see an app, the same as the right one, but you can see an app when I put the entry about how much eggs I had, and you can see my water intake, my macros. I'm not telling you my calories because that's personal for each person, but if you look at the top, do you see that Monday the 5th it's in red? It's because I went over what I should go in calories per day, and that's fine. I don't think that I went that much off, and I was absolutely fine. You saw on the other side, you can see it on the right side, that I also logged in how many steps I walked on that day. And the answer that the app will give me is telling me how many calories it thinks that it on average I have burned in that day. That's based on the size of my step, that's based on how fast I was, and I put all that data in it, and it logs for me and takes that average for me. That's fantastic. The only thing that this app doesn't do is if I want to see a month before or a week before, is really strange to show me about the weight graph. The rest is fine. I can access every single thing. If you're enjoying the content of this video so far, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Ladies that have English as a second language, you can see that I'm struggling recording this video. There are some key words that I will show you later on short about how much I struggle with the word ketchup. I used to say ketchup like ketchup and mayonnaise. That was not alright. Also the word snapshot. I used to say snapshot. I wasn't able to say it properly. And also the word development. I used to say develop, and that I was never able to finish the word. Just have a look how I did it yesterday. I had to give up. I also have some snapshot pictures. I also have some pictures. Snapshots. I also have some snapshots. I also have some I also have some slides. Yeah, you saw that, but I struggled with so many words. I still struggle, and I know that I will have many comments in the video saying that those were not the only words that I mispronounced, but well, this is me. English is a second language, and I am doing much better than I used to. Believe me, you can't even see the way that I talked before. But I came to this country hardly knowing any English, and I think that you are able to understand me so far. I am going to put together a video, not for today, a short for you especially that struggle with English like I do, to show you some techniques that I started using not long ago, like 1 week and a half, and I think that they are helping me a lot, especially because they do not take time away from my chores and my work. I just can add them whenever I remember them, and I have strategies to put that in place. So be aware, a short will come soon. This is a picture that I want to show you about my Christmas. Yes, that's a fantastic collage of my Christmas. That wasn't extravagant. It was calm and relaxed with my family in Ireland, especially with my older son that lives there, and my daughter's grandchildren, and I'm getting too heavy to carry all day. It was nice. I did not go rogue. I had a little bit of red wine here and there, nothing else. I had the odd sweet in between meals, and that is really, really bad for you. Your insulin peaks. I should know better. Sweets are not perfect, but if you want to have them, you should have them at the end of a meal. I believe that is good. The insulin is already up, and you have them at the end of the meal. Also, my dinners were quite late in the day. I wasn't able to walk at night because it was pitch black in the countryside and quite dangerous to walk in those paths, not even road paths. So I did not risk it. But yes, that it was fantastic. I think that the lack of doing stuff made me put weight on, not going crazy, and that's something to consider. If you've seen these oranges with cloves on, they were a gift from my daughter-in-law Elena from a Victorian evening at her house. The great thing about that is that I do not enjoy oranges that much, but when I went home, I told you that I don't like waste. I tried those, and there is something about the clove smell and taste into a citrus orange, the sweetness of the citrus, that it is divine. If you would like, just have a go, try, and let me know in the comments. It is a delight for me to show you the next set of shorts that I have compiled to show you. It shows that I was walking throughout different times of the day. That's evidence, not just the graphs that you've seen a little bit ago. And I went out even when I did not want to go. It was cold or windy, stormy. I went out when I actually wanted to go, needed a little bit of fresh air to change my routine. But what is amazing is to see that just a decision. I was not led by emotions or motivation at all. I just made a decision that I need to walk as much as I can. I'm roughly doing 10,000 steps a day, more towards the 12,000. But for example, some days I really can't. I'm stuck in the computer, or even at work. If I have lots of books to mark at the end of the day and I come really late and I'm starving, it happened before that I did not go out. I always try to compensate next day. Well, enough of my chat. Let's have a pic. I'm walking and walking. We are almost at the end of this video. Now it's time for me to tell you what worked and what did not work in this first stage of my journey to lose 20 kilos. And in this first month and a half, I noticed that walking was my best strategy. Walking. But it's walking outside or even in the treadmill. I don't have one, but I think that walking with the purpose of walking makes a difference. It aids your weight loss journey. It's different from walking while you're doing your chores and at home, because I've done that in the past and I could do so many steps just because I'm a really active person and always from one place to the other. I don't think that counts. From the home to the fridge to the home. They don't add that much because you don't walk in a steady pace. It's not something continuous, and you after that the next step will be just the sofa. And I don't think that those work. They did not work for me in the past, but walking with a purpose, going out for a walk, it definitely works for me. Another thing that really made a difference when I check my weight and is eating earlier, at least dinner. The earlier I eat dinner, the earlier I start my digestion, and better sleep I have. My body has a chance to regenerate or rest throughout dinner instead of working on digesting my food. And when I was checking my weight the following day, I noticed that one thing led to the other. So I did not walk because I had dinner very late. I did not do digestion. So next day it reflected into not losing weight or actually putting a little bit of weight. My journey has been like up and down, not a straight line so far. I don't know if in summer with longer days I'm going to be able to have my dinner that early on, but that will be something that I will tackle when I get there. And also some days I'm marking books until very late, and I come home and before coming home I still have to stop by do some shopping and coming home and cooking dinner, all of that. It happened. Normally I try to walk, but it happened before that I couldn't walk as much as I desired in that day, and that's okay. It happens. So we cannot think that because we were not able to do one thing one day that will ruin all. If that is the one odd, you will be fine. What about my next steps? Well, I'm definitely going to keep on walking and trying to eat my dinner early and walk after meals. But I also going to keep on not drinking that much alcohol, at least having it at home and use it, or like fizzy drinks or anything. I don't really enjoy that anymore. But if I'm going to a fancy restaurant eating my big pizza, my opportunity to eat the pizza, I may have a cocktail or a glass of wine or even a beer, who knows. The same applies if I go to someone else's house. So as long as there are odd moments in your life and those are not the rule, I think that I will be fine. I think that you will be fine, as long as you don't have any problems with drinking and eating those things, allergies or struggling with alcohol or something like that. I am going to try to do some facial yoga, and I will do a video about that, because with my weight loss I start seeing deeper wrinkles and my face is dropping faster than I anticipated. So that I will add to my next steps. I'm also going to try to do some local exercise, not more than 5 minutes, for my neck and shoulders because of my chronic pain. I will try to do some resistance training, but also again really light. I can't do intensive exercise, and some toning, upper body toning. I will see. I will try to make those 4 different videos, as well with a video to help people that have English as a second language, the strategies that I'm starting using, and I think that they will work. That's all from me. If you have any questions, please email me. You can access that through my channel. If you have any comments, please just be graceful towards everyone else that have access to this channel, and I hope this met your expectations. I really hope that, and may God bless the work of your hands. Bye.